Hello everyone, welcome to Awesome Path, and thank you so much for giving such a tremendous response to my previous video on 10 medicinal plants. Today we will be discussing about the health benefits and care of Indian holy basil, also known as tulsi. These are some of my tulsi plants. As you can see, their leaves are very fresh and green and healthy. I've been taking care of them indoors. As you know, I live in Australia and it's winters here and very cold outside, so they're happy indoors. Tulsi has been used traditionally in Indian Ayurvedic medicine for thousands of years and has many benefits. How can we use Tulsi at our home? Let's find out. We'll start by talking about the health benefits of Tulsi. So as you can see, there are these leaves and these florets. So we need these fresh green leaves for brewing in our herbal tea or even the traditional Indian masala tea. Some just boil it in water and have that brew. So you just gently pinch. I usually take 4 leaves, so you can just gently pinch them. So some prefer not to use their the scissors, they prefer to use their hands for it. And then you should always wash them before you use them. As you can see, I've plucked these 5 or 6 leaves, and they'll serve purpose for 4 to 5 cups of tea. Tulsi tea is very beneficial for preventing coughs, colds, flu, and in times of corona, it has been shown to be very beneficial. Tulsi has been known to be an immunomodulator and helps with autoimmune disorders and skin problems, allergies. Let's now talk about how to take care of these Tulsi plants. So for the care of any plant, as you know, the main 3 elements are water, soil and sun. Let's talk about the soil first. So it needs a well-draining soil. So most people recommend mixing 30% of sand in it. So I just use a traditional potting mix, organic potting mix. It's important to make it well-draining. So people usually add sand or peat water requirements. Traditionally, as you know, Indian people worship Tulsi as a goddess, and mostly people daily water it in the mornings, and it is never watered at night, and usually on Sundays it is not watered. But if you look at it scientifically, if you want to water it every day, make sure you don't overwater it, don't put too much amount. And traditionally the reason it's not watered on Sundays is that it is also to prevent it from getting overwatered. So you give 1 day rest in a week before you water it again. And you can use the finger method, in which you dip your finger in the soil, and if it comes out dry, you put water in it. Otherwise, if it is still wet, you don't. So this is fairly moist because I've watered it lightly. And as you know, in winters, the water requirement is much less as compared to in the summer. Let's talk about the next requirement, the sun. As you know, sun is very important for all plants, and especially for Tulsi being a tropical plant traditionally. At least 6 hours of sun is recommended. But if you are living in a country where the sun is not enough, so you can just keep it in a sunny window indoors during winters like I do, so it gets at least 5 hours of sun. The next important element in the care of any plant, especially Tulsi, is fertilizing it. So it is recommended to fertilize it at least once a month. You can use cow manure, or you can use compost, or any organic fertilizer you can find. So just once a month. Some people prefer it after every 3 months. And so the fertilizer will give it extra boost, extra nutrition, and it will grow bushier and bigger in size. So the next important thing in the care of the plant is how to take care of the pests or the insects that attack it. So for my Tulsi plant, I have noticed that usually it was the caterpillars of the white cabbage fly that we find here in Australia that used to attack it. So for me, I've used soap water solution to keep the leaves healthy. So I would just use 1 spoon of dishwasher, the normal one we use in kitchen, and put it in 1 liter of water and then spray it on the leaves. But personally, I would just physically remove that caterpillar from the plant. So usually there would be 4 or 5, and then I would just dispose of them, because then it's easier to do that. And indoors, I have not had any problem with any insects. This season at least, I have not had any problem with any indoor insects. So another aspect in taking care of Tulsi plant is taking care of this florets. So an important thing to understand here is that if you don't pick out these florets, this plant will just die after 1 year. It becomes an annual. If you want to make it perennial, make it to last longer than 1 year, it can even last for many years, like 5 to 10 years. If you just keep picking out these florets, you just have to gently pinch them. But make sure when you pinch them, as you can see, there are these tiny leaves. You don't pinch out those tiny 2 leaves that are there. So you can just even pinch them from the top. So now, why haven't I pinched those florets from here? So I have my own personal reason for not pinching it off from this plant while I pinch it off from other plants. So the thing is, for this plant, I have not pinched because I want to use the leaves. I want to harvest the leaves. The more you focus on the leaves, because you need them for your Tulsi tea, and you can dry them and use it in water, making Tulsi water or Tulsi tea. So that is for my Tulsi tea. But what is the purpose of this one? Why I have not picked the florets is because I am using it to make seeds. So I want this to dry up, and then I'll be harvesting the seeds from this one. And there is another secret reason is I have noticed that the honeybees love to come hover over this and collect nectar from this plant. So I just didn't have the heart to cut them off. So that's why this plant is like this. And soon, maybe in a couple of weeks, these florets will dry off, and then we will have the seeds, which I will use for planting more Tulsi plants. Now I'll be talking about the Tulsi seeds. So these are 2 of the dried Tulsi florets, and you just collect them, and then you just have to, as I'll show you the seeds. So you just kind of, so this is one, as you can see, this one is a Tulsi seed. Let's find out more. So there is one more, 2 Tulsi seeds. So usually there are lots, so they are all dried off. And this is the 3rd one, 4th one. I hope you can see these seeds. So you can just save them. I usually use a tissue to save them for the next season. So as you can see, these seeds here. So I usually keep the whole florets because it's a good way to save them. So then you just have to crush them like this, and here are your seeds. So just you can save them in a tissue roll for the next season. I hope you liked it. So we have learnt about how to take care of the Tulsi plant, and we have learnt about the benefits of Tulsi plant. And please do like, share and subscribe, and I'll be waiting for your suggestions and comments.